Hello guys, I'm Carrie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. How is everyone going? I'm preparing for the final exams of the MBA courses. After that, I will have more time to make new videos, especially for the topics that you message me. Stay tuned. Today on the video, TOEFL reading strategies. I will talk about 3 steps for sentence questions. Let's get started. Usually, there's only one sentence question in each passage. These questions ask us to find a sentence that has the closest meaning as the highlighted sentence in the passage. In my previous video, how I improved my reading score from 3 to 27, I ranked vocabulary questions, reference word questions, and sentence questions as level 1 questions, which are the easiest in the TOEFL reading. They are very similar. All of them require us to figure out the meaning or connection of the highlighted words, phrases, or sentences. Do we use the same strategies for them? Definitely no. Sentence questions are the most difficult among all level 1 questions. We must use different strategies for them. Let's look at an example first. I chose a question from TOEFL Bank since a lot of people can't use 7. All rules, 5 seconds to read the passage. Let's get started. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Okay, time is up. After seeing keywords like sentences, best expresses, we know this is a sentence question. Some people check answer choices immediately. No, don't do that. This is the first tip. The answers are very long and they all look the same. It's difficult to figure out the differences right away. So don't check answer choices at the beginning. Don't waste time on that. Go straight to the highlighted sentence in the article. Find out the key ideas by breaking down the sentence. In this sentence, goal of checking was to understand where and why, which researchers could achieve by observing. This is the key idea of this sentence. Then we find the details. Goal of checking what? Migrating birds. Understand where and why they are going. And then which means the part before it. I simplify it to goal of the checking. This goal researchers could achieve by observing. Observing what? Movement duration. After breaking down the sentence, we now understand the main idea. Then we go to check the answers and compare them with the main idea. When we check the answers, we figure out its main idea too. A. Science use checking devices. To do what? Research the motion of the birds. The highlighted sentence doesn't mention the motion of the birds, right? So A is wrong. B. Science find the final destination by checking the movement of birds. Does the highlighted sentence mention the movements of birds? No, so B is wrong. C. Researchers know the purpose and direction by collecting information through checking. This answer only expresses the first part of the highlighted sentence, but it doesn't mention the second part about observing. So I rule out C. D. Researchers collect data. What kind of data? On the span of bird migration. What this data is for? Comprehending the reason behind their migration. The span of bird migration means duration of the movement. The reason behind their migration means why they are going. They express the same ideas with the original sentence, so D is correct. I usually answer each vocabulary question or reference word question in 1 minute, but it takes me about 1 minute and 30 seconds to answer one sentence question. So remember to leave more time for sentence questions. Let's review these 3 steps. First, go directly to the highlighted sentence. Don't waste time on reviewing answer choices. Second, figure out its main idea by breaking down the sentence. Break down the sentence step by step to understand the main idea. This step is pretty important. If you get it, you almost figure out the answer. Lastly, check the answers and compare them with the original sentence. Be careful about the differences. 3 steps, got it? Before we move on, please share my videos and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell button. Let's do one more question. Here's another sentence question. All rules. 5 seconds to read the passage. Let's get started. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Okay, time is up. This highlighted sentence is much longer than the previous question, so this question may be more difficult. Don't worry, we can follow the 3 steps to find the answer. First, go directly to the highlighted sentence. Don't check the answers at this point. Then break down the sentence to find the main idea. This is a long sentence, so we break it down step by step. Others suggest the cause to be climate change. This is the main idea. The part after S is the reason. This is because they believe that drying up of the Indus River caused the collapse of the Indus Valley civilization. Drying up of the Indus River is the climate change. In other words, climate change causes the collapse. The part after since is the reason to explain this. It had no irrigation system and depending on seasonal monsoons. To be honest, I didn't know what monsoons meant. Of course, I know it now. But don't worry, we don't need to understand every word in the sentence. Just make some educated guess. We know it depending on something seasonal. After breaking down the sentence 3 times, we finally understand the main idea. Okay, let's do the last step. Check the answers and compare them with the original sentence. A. The collapse was due to heavy reliance on climate and the Indus River and poor irrigation system. It doesn't mention the main idea, the cause was climate change, so A is wrong. B. The fall was a result of change in climate. Okay, it mentions the climate change. The part after S is the reason. It over-depended on natural conditions instead of developing its own system for watering. It's exactly like the highlighted sentence, so B is correct. Although we figure out the correct answer, remember to check the remaining answers quickly. C. Drying up of the river is the reason behind the decline of the civilization. This part is correct, as it depended on seasonal monsoons. It mentions one reason, but doesn't mention it had no irrigation system, so C is wrong. D. Climate change was the primary reason behind the collapse. This part is correct. Climate change resulted in a lack of monsoon and the drying up of the river. Like the answer C, it doesn't mention it had no irrigation system, so I rule out D. I'm sure you know how to use these 3 steps to ace sentence questions. Remember to do more practice. I hope you like this video. Please share my videos and subscribe to my channel to help me make English learning available to everyone. Don't forget to hit the bell button. Thank you for watching. See ya!